Good
Good
morning,
morning
everyone.
everyone. My name is Brent Joseph F. Tamayo.
My name is Carlo Castillo.
My name is Clint Marcos El Sabadan.
This is our report about volleyball.
Who invented volleyball? Williams G. Morgan, 1870-1942, who was born in the state of New York, has gone down in history as the inventor of the game volleyball.
Where was it invented? Volleyball has come a long way from the dusty old YMCA gymnasium of Holyoke, Massachusetts, USA.
How to play it? The game starts with a serve where one team hit the ball over the net to the opposing team. The receiving team then tries to pass, set, and spike the ball back over the net, aiming to prevent it from touching the ground on their side. They really continues until the ball lands out of bounds. A team fails to return it properly or a violation of occurs.
First referee, Erlin Eusebio, put out a red card to start this match. That's because Nextled is wearing the wrong uniform assigned to them. So that automatically a point for Creamline.
Sum of rules. Only 6 players on the floor at any given time. 3 in the front row and 3 in the back row. Points are made on every serve for the winning team of the rally points scoring. Player may be not hit the ball twice in succession. A block is not considered a hit. Ball may be played off the net during a volleyball and on a serve.
A ball hitting a boundary line is in. A ball is out of hits and antennae. The floor completely outside the court. Any of the net or cables outside the antennae, the referee stand or pole or the ceiling above non-playable area. Is it legal to contact the ball with any part of a player's body? Is it illegal to catch, hold, and throw the ball?
A player cannot block or attack a serve from on or inside the 10-foot line. After the serve front line players may switch position at the net. Matches are made up of the difference of level of play. A ball hitting a boundary line is in, a ball is out if it is an attendant the floor completely outside the court, any of the net or cables outside the antenna. The referees stand or pull or duck sailing above a non-playable area. This is an example of volleyball skills. Rule.
Hello friends, the topic of today's video is volleyball rules and skills. Before we begin, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. What is the volleyball court size? The volleyball court is a rectangle and is 18 meters, 59 feet, long and 9 meters, 29.5 feet wide. The lines on the court are 5 centimeters, 2 inches wide. What is the volleyball net height? The height of the women's volleyball net is 2.24 meters, 7.35 feet, and the height of the men's volleyball net is 2.43 meters, 7.97 feet. The posts are 2.55 meters, 8.35 feet high and are placed 0.5 meters, 1.7 feet, to 1 meter, 3.3 feet, outside the sidelines of the court. The volleyball net is 1 meter, 3.3 feet, wide and 9.50 meters, 31.2 feet, to 10 meters, 32.8 feet long. How many players are there in a volleyball team? A complete volleyball team has 12 players, with 6 players on court. How many sets are there in a volleyball match? A volleyball match has a minimum of 3 sets and a maximum of 5 sets. The team which first scores 25 points, with a difference of 2 points with respect to the other team, wins a set. If the game is tied at 24-24, the set will continue beyond 25 points, until one of the teams builds a 2-point lead over the other and wins the set. The team who first wins 3 sets, wins the match. In the event of a tie at 2 sets each team, a 15-point tiebreak set is played. The team that first scores 15 points, with a 2-point lead over the opposing team, wins both the tiebreak set and the match. Positions and rotation in volleyball. 3 players must be positioned in the attack zone or front zone, position 4, at the left side of the net, position 3, at the center of the net, position 2, at the right side of the net. And 3 players must occupy the back zone of the court, position 5, at the left side of the back court, position 6, at the center of the back court, and position 1, at the right side of the back court. Rotation in volleyball. The order of rotation in volleyball is defined by the team's starting lineup in each set. When the team that is receiving the serve wins the rally, it gains the right to serve, and its players must rotate 1 position clockwise. The player that was in position 2 goes to position 1. The player that was in position 1 goes to position 6. The player that was in position 6 goes to position 5, and so forth, until all of the players have advanced 1 position clockwise. Important note, the player that occupies position 2 and advanced to position 1 will, necessarily, be responsible for the serve that follows. Hits by the team. A team may touch the ball up to 3 times before sending it back to the opposing team. At blocking, the touch does not count as a touch by the team. Double contact fault in volleyball. A player may not hit the ball twice in succession. At blocking, the touch does not count as the first touch by the player. Ball carrying, extended contact in volleyball. It is not allowed to push or throw the ball, it must be rebound or hit. Penetration above the net in volleyball. Only during the action of blocking it is permitted to penetrate into the opponent's court above the net. Penetration under the net in volleyball. It is permitted to penetrate into the opponent's court under the net in the following situations. Without interfering in the opponent's play. Maintaining part of the feet on or above the central line of the court. Contact with the volleyball net. Contact with the net by a player, between the antennae, is always considered a fault, if it occurs during a playing action. When the ball touches the net and causes it to touch a player, it is not considered a fault. Touching the posts, the ropes that hold the net or the net itself is not considered a fault if it is done outside the limits of the antennae. What are the fundamentals of volleyball? The fundamentals of volleyball are the serve or service, the reception or pass, the set, the attack, the block, and the defense. Serving techniques in volleyball. The serve or service is the action that puts the ball in play. A well-performed serve is one that makes it difficult for the opposing team to receive, pass. Execution of the underhand serve in volleyball. Execution of the overhand serve in volleyball. Execution of the jump serve in volleyball. Another example of execution of the jump serve in volleyball. Techniques of reception or passing in volleyball. Reception or pass is the action of receiving the opponent's serve and passing the ball to the team's setter. The most used technique in the reception or pass is the bump. It's important to note that the ball should be hit with the forearms during the execution of the bump. Setting techniques in volleyball. The set is usually the second of the 3 allowed hits that each team has. The goal of the set is to put the ball next to the net, so that a fellow player may execute an attack. The setting technique most commonly used is the set or volley. Let's see another example of set using set or volley. Attacking techniques in volleyball. The attack is, mostly, the third allowed touch in the ball that each team has. The most used technique for attacking is the spike. The spike is performed by jumping and hitting, while in the air, the ball downwards with the palm of the hand with as much force as possible. Blocking techniques in volleyball. The block is the first defensive playing action of a team. Its goal is to block the opponent's attack and send the ball back to the opponent's court. The block may be a single block, performed by only one blocker, a double block, performed by 2 blockers, or a triple block, performed by 3 blockers. Defensive techniques in volleyball. The defense is a basic skill that may be performed with any body part, including the feet. The goal of the defense is to prevent the success of the opposing team's attack.